And I'm Isaac.
We're at the Nashville Predators Future Stars game, and
You're watching Post to Post.
Hello and welcome to Post, the channel where we discuss all things hockey and all teams. Last week there was a questionable offense behind the net in one of the games between the Florida Panthers and the Vancouver Canucks. And we've seen officially now a suspension.
We have.
Matheson has been suspended 2 games. Do you want to set the stage a little bit and tell people what happened in case anyone hasn't seen it?
Sure. Elias Pettersson was skating down into the Florida zone. He really did a move on Matheson and kind of left him in the dust. Matheson didn't take kindly to that. He approached Peterson, I guess it is, behind the net and went up against him in, I guess at the time that the hit up against the boards was delivered, it was a hockey play. It was a fairly legal hit. But then it continued after the puck was long gone and turned into a stick between the legs and a body slam, a choke slam, WWE style. There was some debate for a while as to whether there would be a suspension warranted for this. We talked about it a bit on the podcast.
Yeah, we did.
On Sunday. We didn't know at that time. The meeting didn't happen until Monday.
Yeah, it was Monday, I think.
And I think they announced it either Monday night or Tuesday morning. So it's 2 games. Peterson is out indefinitely with a concussion, although it's not considered to be overly severe, probably a week, maybe a little bit more than a week. And Mike Matheson got 2 games.
He did, and I'm conflicted with this one. Usually I'm pretty clear-cut. Yeah, he needs suspended, or yeah, no, he shouldn't get suspended. I kind of go both ways with this one.
Really?
I think it was a hockey play. I think it was for 2 reasons. Number one, size difference played a huge factor in this hit. If they were evenly matched in size, the same damage wouldn't be done. If... what was the other thing I was going to say?
I don't know. But maybe I'll pick it up while you gather your thoughts.
Yeah.
I think the suspension is warranted. The NHL, when it explained what it did, broke it down into 2 different plays. The hockey play, which was the check up against the boards, and then the non-hockey play, which was the slam. And they really are suspending him for the non-hockey play. They're calling it interference and unsportsmanlike conduct. The 2-game suspension for a player, this is his 4th year. He's really had 2 solid years already in the league prior to this one. So it's really his 3rd main year. It's not chump change for us, but maybe it is for him. It's $52,419.36 is the 2 days of salary, or 2 days, 2 games of salary that he's forfeiting. He's already served one of those suspension games already, which would be Tuesday night's game against Philadelphia, which Florida lost 6-5 in a shootout.
Yes.
And the next game, I think, is Friday evening. They play in Washington. So he's going to miss that game as well, but he will be available for their Detroit game on Saturday. So, did you think of the other thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the other thing I was going to say is this suspension does not happen if there wasn't an injury. If Peterson gets up off the ice and continues playing, there's no suspension here.
Possibly.
I bet $1,000 on it.
Possibly.
I don't even see a snippet of a chance that there's a suspension.
Yeah. They're both listed at 6'2". So height-wise,
yeah, it's the weight.
It's the weight.
Yeah.
One's like I think Matheson is 195 pounds, and Peterson's in the 170s. So it's probably around 20-pound weight difference. Not insubstantial at that weight. If you're 6'2" and you weigh 170-some pounds, you're a beanpole.
Yeah, you're pretty skinny.
If you're weighing 190-something, you got some muscle and some meat on your bones. So I think there is a bit of a size mismatch, a little bit.
You remember Doug, that cartoon show? Doug?
Doug?
Remember Doug, and he has a best friend, his name was Skeeter?
I don't.
I'll show a picture. Remember? Okay, you won't know, but Skeeter was super skinny. Like, he was like this.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways.
Yeah.
That was a bad reference since I don't know what I'm talking about, but...
As far as number of games go, this is a first offense. So, in the first of his main seasons, he played 81 games and got only 36 minutes in penalties, which is pretty good. Last season, he played 81 games and got 61 minutes in penalties. So maybe with his size is coming a little more moxie.
Yeah.
He's not a fast guy. He's not a fast guy. It looks like he was a little frustrated by the fact that a little 19-year-old fast guy blew by him and made him eat some dust.
Yeah, he plays a physical game in general.
He does,
so.
but he's not your fastest player, and he never will be. And he's 24 years old. He's coming to probably his best earning years in the next 5 years, perhaps, in the league, if he stays in the league. I've seen some commentary on some pretty serious sports sites that suggests that he'll never really be any better than he is now, speed-wise or effectiveness-wise. He's not a sniper. He's not a goal scorer.
Yep.
Anyway, I have a slightly different take on the suspension idea. I'm okay with the suspension. I do agree with you. Had there not been an injury, this probably wouldn't be a discussion. It wasn't penalized when it happened. So the referees on the ice at the time either didn't see it or didn't see it as penalizing play. But the fact is, there is an injury, and Peterson is out. I would prefer if suspensions in these kinds of circumstances lasted as long as the injury. So if he's out for 5 games, then the suspension is 5 games, or maybe tack a game or 2 on, and just make the suspension a minimum number of games. He'll have served the minimum later this week, let's say, and then, if it were me in charge, he would stay off the ice until the player he injured came back.
I don't think they can do... I semi-agree with that, but I don't think they can do that because if Crosby checks someone or does the same thing to what just happened to someone who has a history of concussions and they get another concussion because they're already prone to concussions,
right?
And maybe they're going to be out for, I don't know, 40 games or something crazy like that. You think the NHL is going to allow Crosby to be out 40 games with their superstar?
Oh, they won't like it.
But they won't let it happen. Like
no,
I think that's why they can't.
They'd have to put an appeal process in or something to handle that.
So,
but I do like the idea, especially if it's a young rookie like that.
And yeah, in theory, it's a really good idea.
Yeah,
and it could work in most situations.
In his 5 games, Peterson had scored 5 goals. He had 3 assists.
He was on fire.
He was lights.
Just like Vancouver's doing so well right now. Yeah, surprisingly.
And it's a shame to see that just come to a grinding halt for however long it's going to be, and that's unfortunate. But it's not part of the game, and I think that's the NHL reiterated that a few times in its official statement. This is not a hockey play. It's not part of the game that we want to see continuing, and we want to address it. So
it wasn't the end part of that wasn't a hockey play. So I disagree with what happened there. He shouldn't have done that, but I still disagree that I don't think there should have been a suspension, maybe a fine.
And that's fair.
Okay,
that's fair. We agree to disagree.
Yeah, we don't always agree. We might be related, but we don't always agree. So
we might be related.
Well, you never done the mailman stuff. The joke that you like to tell. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate it.
And for you to do the spit in the bottle thing and do a DNA test. Let's be sure.
Let us know down below in the comments how you feel about the suspension, the hit. I'll leave it all down below. We'll read it. We read all the comments.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Adios.